Welcome to the new payment world. Payments used to be easy, but are becoming more and more complex as new features and capabilities are brought on board. I hope to introduce you to a few of the new ideas. I am the Wizard of Pause. Payment processing used to be about authorizing the credit and debit card purchases. It then moved to include other payment methods like checks. In the new world, taxes are going to be paid directly from the purchase. In the physicalization world, they sometimes do it right now by decree from some government. Tax payments started out as a yearly thing and moved to a quarterly thing and then to a monthly thing, and now they're going to be real time. Next piece of this is when a customer complains about a purchase, they usually go directly to the credit card company. With this new world, the credit card company would be able to directly go to the retail store and retrieve the transaction level detail to help the customer with their problem. One interesting development in the internet world is cryptocurrencies, and they provide a virtual alternative to physical cash. So let's take a look at the payment infrastructure. This is where things get really complicated because there are lots of people, as you would expect, with billions of transactions every day. They start with the POS payment terminal for reading the card information. This could be a website as well. They go to the merchant acquirers. They enable the acceptance and transmission of this electronic payment. They go through a gateway to allow routing of the payment information to the various merchant processors who are tied to various acquirers, and they provide authorization and data capture. And then eventually they end up with the issuer. These are the backbone of the electronic payment system, connecting and switching transactions between acquiring banks and issuing banks, enabling electronic payment, clearing and settlement. They manage loyalty programs, and finally they do the statement printing and mailing. This video is not about the message structure, but to give a little insight, I've added the most common message format for communicating with the payment system. This format is the ISO 8583 standard. Just to give a little more insight, this is your traditional credit card number format, and it shows which part of the ISO 8583 message it is contained. Let's take a quick peek at the tax world. Now, Omnichannel has brought around some very new problems, and on top of that, the physicalization has really gotten complex. So the next level problem is the home delivery or the direct-to-consumer problem. It starts off with a tax jurisdiction A that has a 5% tax on it. Tax jurisdiction B has a 3% tax in its area, and tax jurisdiction C has a 2%. All total, that would be a 10% tax if you're buying in the store. But since you're buying at home, you're only covered by the jurisdictions that are covered your home spot. So in this case, you only have a 7% tax. Or if you're over here, you have a 5% tax. So the complexity goes up dramatically based on the location of the home that's receiving the order. So let's take that online purchase and knock it up a notch. So this time we're buying in Germany, just like before. We're doing the online purchase from France, shipping to the warehouse in Austria, off to the vendor in Poland, and then this time they're shipping it to the store. But on the way to the store, we've decided that we want to purchase something else with our mobile phone, and the servers for the mobile phone are in the Netherlands. When we're in the store, we decide we want to add something from what's in the store itself. So now we have three different transactions all having to come together from multiple different places, and every one of them wants their taxation. Complex tax reporting can easily be handled by the POSlog message schema as shown here. And this is where the tax information is contained within the entire message. Reporting of sales tax or VAT taxes are really interesting as the tax can be related to an individual item, for example luxury taxes, or it can be related to a group of items like a patio set. Here the cost of the individual items are more than the patio set's cost, and so individual taxes would be higher than that for the set. Or the taxes can be related to the entire transaction. But wait, there's more. For example, a customer might pay for the purchase with a government subsidy like food stamps. In this case, the tax is overridden, but the retailer must report what the tax should have been. Or a customer pay for an item in a duty-free shop, in which case the entire transaction is exempted. All of these options and much more can be reported in the POS log schema. Dispute resolution is another new area in the payment world. If a customer has a problem with the charges, their first attempt at resolution is with the credit card company. In order to properly handle the dispute, the first thing the credit card company needs is the transaction level detail, and they get this directly from the retailer. That takes the payment systems into a whole new world. At this point, the credit card company needs a lot more information than just credit card numbers. For example, they might need to know what items were purchased versus what should have been on the charge. Nexo is a standards organization that was created to support this much more dynamic interface with issuers. It was originally called ePass.org, and it was created by the major credit card companies. I helped create the first version of this to properly support the retail world, and in fact this model. Credit card companies brought the credit card side of this world, and I brought the retailer vendor side. Here is another quick look at the POS log message to help with dispute resolution. In addition to basic credit card information, for dispute resolution, much more tender information can be needed. But on top of that, the information about the items in the transaction can also be required. As you can see, that information can be quite a lot. POS log has the ability to transfer almost everything that has happened with respect to this transaction. Now let's talk about the new currencies. This is a short YouTube video, so I won't be able to get into a lot of detail because you could spend an entire class on just cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are taking many forms today. This is a general picture of the cryptocurrency ecosystem. It starts with a security encryption model called blockchain. Blockchain is a generic security model which has a wide variety of uses, as do any security model. The first major cryptocurrency was Bitcoin, and it leveraged the blockchain security model to make sure the currency stayed safe. Because of some of the issues with Bitcoin, other cryptocurrency models have come into play, and this is just a sample. So I've built this IVRM for Interactive Virtual Unified Retail model to help execute the business processes we were just looking at, starting with the strategy, moving to the business architecture or the value streams and capabilities, moving to the business processes, the people, and the technology necessary to execute those capabilities, and finally the various KPIs you need to monitor for the business intelligence, and they close the loop back to the strategy to make sure you're executing the strategy correctly. I would like to thank Chargeback Help with the dispute resolution component of this presentation. Contact chargebackhelp.com to help you with your new payment world needs. Contact me to help you with your retail technology challenges. I am the Wizard of POS, and I've written a book called Arts for Retail to help you understand the complexities. Let me help you get your online sale out the door without a hitch. My name is Richard Halter. You can reach me at richard.halter@cox.net. Thank you.